And we are back for part 2 of day 3 with Return of the Jedi. We are so excited. My name is Jacob London, and thank you so much for joining us here at Take 3 Productions for our Return of the Jedi screening for our charity watch along for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I am joined by my wonderful panel. We are finally joined by him, Chris Clark. How are you?
This is going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. We're jerry-rigged right now because my audio is kind of screwing up. So I have an alternate account. That's why I see Warrior at the bottom of the screen. But this movie is a masterpiece. The first 45 minutes are the best 45 minutes of the entire saga. We will get into that. This is awesome. I just got back from a great charity event with some Call Me Johnny Reese. $12,000. Let's do this. Let's do some more charity and rock this sucker.
Exactly. I'm also joined by Aaliyah again. How are you?
I'm great. I ate some pizza and I'm ready to go. This was always my favorite of the original trilogy growing up, so I'm excited.
Also joined by our engineer for this screening, Chris Doman. How are you?
I am doing very well, Jacob. And kind of like Aaliyah, when I was a kid, this was my favorite. This had the most action. It had the most cool stuff. It had the best lightsaber fight, at least again for my 3-year-old brain to comprehend. And while I have some issues, we'll get into that, I still fucking love this movie. It's so good.
And sorry, Matt, how are you?
I'm doing really good. I really I love Jedi, so I'm looking forward to watching it with you guys.
And our last engineer for the last screening, Kristen, how are you and how is your dog?
Apparently I was fired from engineering. It's okay. It's okay. I want to immerse myself in the movie or something. My dog is sleeping, so I think she's okay. But I do have the Jabba alert for Chris Clark, so we have that going for us. So obviously nothing can go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong. Nothing is absolutely
Famous last
nothing
words.
can go wrong. Yep, we are going to have a great professional show today, and it's going to be fantastic. I cannot think the last time we had a professional show. So, guys,
Never.
With that being said, let us hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
This is going to be the last time it's watch along. We get the 20th Century Fox logo.
That's right.
Last ever time that we will hear the 20th Century Fox logo.
I'm legitimately sad about that.
I'm not.
I just missed the fanfare.
Yeah.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
I never get the timing right. I can never get the timing right on it. And you're always expecting it. Like, it's...
And yes, I'm sure everyone's glad that the first word isn't like war.
War.
Luke Skywalker has returned to his home planet. I'm going to stop. Not do that again. Apparently people weren't too impressed with that last time. So
yeah, everyone was just scrambling for you to do that again.
The shit that I missed for missing the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
that's right, man. You missed a lot.
You got to be here from the start, dude. Jesus.
Nailed it.
Yep, that was a note. That was the right one too.
I love the Galactic Empire.
All right, guys, the crawl is done. Now, everyone, let's just skim straight over the Jabba the Hutt stuff and get to the real story.
I hate
Yeah, isn't it what, like 40 minutes in or something?
Yeah, that's when the movie really starts.
The Jabba stuff is great.
I'm just with you, Clark.
The Jabba stuff is great. as a short film that's not attached to this movie.
Well, can we also forget that we include in the opening 40 minutes this stuff with Vader, which is great.
Yeah.
Which means you technically get like 30 minutes.
Like I said, Clark, this is one of
Yeah,
two
added one
problems
more
I
letter.
have
That
with
would
this
have been
movie.
really awkward.
One problem, you can simply avoid it by just having it be its own short film. And it's fantastic is that. The other problem, we'll get there.
Well,
this
except
music, though.
Yes.
Okay,
Like
you do need the Jabba stuff because you need to show how far Luke has come from the last movie.
It just doesn't need to go for 40 minutes.
I love that they modified this music. They added a little bit of a like string in there, which just like it's so good. Again, like mention number one of music of probably a million for this film.
We should have like a little tally chart. We can just make a mark every time Kristen says that she likes the music.
I should have just said like overall, like the music is great. Now I won't mention it again, but it's a lie. I will mention it a lot.
Yeah. Plus, no, I would just tell you to mention the music because hello.
So this is arguably the most badass Vader has ever had an entrance in a movie. Is right here.
It's pretty badass, yeah.
Pretty badass, and that's a pretty badass crotch shot.
Hey, you know what? Everyone's got to have a good crotch shot.
Unless you're the nostalgia critic, in which case you're screwed because that never happens.
Optimist over Brazil. Who says that?
Share your optimism.
Hope so, Commander.
And what's actually kind of funny is I think I prefer Vader's voice in Empire opposed to Jedi, even though it
There's a
sounds
difference?
better. Lack of progress.
He looks so nervous. Okay, fine. We'll double our efforts.
I love this bit. I love this line though because you're forgiving. Oh shit!
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, so Vader's forgiving. The Emperor must be really. Which Jacob isn't that funny? You've had to not show you it.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Most displeased.
Ooh, Jonathan Peck. Fun fact number 1. Thank you for doing it so early in the movie. I expect many more than the last one. The movie was originally to be titled Revenge of the Jedi, but producers thought Jedi wouldn't seek revenge, being so righteous and all. Some posters and theater stand-ups were made early and were pulled because the title, the name changed.
It wasn't producers. It was actually the producers who got George to change it to Revenge because they thought it was a more badass sounding title than Return. And actually, the poster for Revenge of the Jedi shows Luke holding a red lightsaber.
Continuing, because he's not done, apparently.
Okay.
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan was originally supposed to be called Star Trek The Revenge of Khan, but the title for the movie was changed to avoid confusion with the movie back when Revenge of the Jedi was being considered. Wrong franchise, but thank you.
Why are you mentioning Star Trek, man? Come on.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and suck it.
This is me whenever my boss basically goes, hey, I need you to do a task, and I take 10 seconds to try it. Can't do it. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Damn it.
Now, yes, everyone likes to make fun. What the hell was Luke's plan here to send them all in separately? Right?
I don't think that that's a big problem. Like, it's... Like, this to me, the plan makes sense. Like, it's not a completely stupid plan.
Like, it's kind of like, you know, if one team fails, you gotta have the backups. You know, because if you all go in and you all get caught, then that's it. Save you.
The thing is, in theory, it sounds like it would work, but everybody botches it up. And even Luke kind of botches up his part of the plan when he tries to save it at the last second. But that's just me personally.
Anyone wish that they would have left in the building of the lightsaber scene?
I don't, because that ruins this whole introduction.
And it ruins the reveal of when R2, when it's revealed that it's a green lightsaber, and that's a pretty cool moment.
Yeah. Clark, be honest. You're glad that was taken out, because that would have been even longer before seeing Jabba.
175%. That is correct. We've got him right there. There's that first shot. There's the big guy. He's coming, and we are all hyped. I hope I can hear you guys.
There he is.
Jabba alert! Jabba alert!
Coming. Boppity bop. Boppity bop. He looks so cool. I will argue that is the best puppet in cinematic history.
I wouldn't argue against that. I mean, look, I personally think Yoda is up there, but the fact that how well he looks and how hard that would have been, yeah, I can give you I can give you that.
I'm a sucker for practical stuff.
I think I'm behind. Can someone tell me what timestamp you're at?
We are at 9 minutes and 5 seconds.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
No problem.
We should be talking and not just watching the movie.
I'm just, to be honest, people, it's Sunday, it's 6 o'clock. I'm kind of just relaxing at this point. I'm watching Jedi.
Clearly.
But anyway, Clark, you had a point to bring up. Sorry for cutting you off. Get to it.
Yep. Okay. Cool. I forget what my point was. If Jabba had just listened to Luke, his entire empire wouldn't have come down. He really, this whole sequence, this whole 30-minute sequence has a moral. It's the price of underestimation. Because he had everything. He made Palpatine. He was feared by Palpatine and had power over Palpatine in some of his Outer Rim territories. And he got brought down by a Jedi. So this whole sequence does have that kind of moral to it. That never underestimate the power of somebody you think is weaker than you. Ever think about that?
Or else pizza is gonna take out on you.
Of course.
So for the Jabba alerts, do I have to leave the thing up the whole time, or?
Yes.
Are we just gonna pass over the fact that there are rats in the Star Wars universe?
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Hello, Womp Rats. What's so uncommon with that?
Okay, but those more...
No, but like New York rats.
those are like New York rats, okay? Whoa, wait, Jacob, I take offense to that.
That's a good burn. I like that. It's a very good burn.
I get it. Ha, burn, because burn. Not sure if that was intentional, but...
I don't think it was, and that's the sad thing.
Like, how depressing is it that all these droids are being tortured?
It is.
And, like,
And
the one is screaming, so,
And that,
like, can he feel
Also,
pain?
like, yeah, 'cause how does he even feel that? That seems a little suspect to me.
Yeah.
they have pain receptor. It's kind of weird.
Jabba fun fact from Jonathan Peck. The Jabba the Hutt puppet took a team 3 months to build and cost $500,000 to make and weighed 2,000 pounds.
Actually,
Carrie Fisher's heel.
It did, because how it worked was it was two guys who sat on each side of Jabba, with one person operating each arm, and then he had a little person actually sit in the back end of Jabba to work on the tail.
Yeah.
And the guy sadly actually got hurt when Carrie is.
Nope.
Oh, fine.
Oh, wait. Okay, cool. That's a misconception. He actually, that story in the documentary that you're talking about where Carrie went over the puppet and hit the guy in the head was a complete fabrication by the guy. There was actually something that the little person in the puppet, he said recently that, fun fact, she never did that. So that whole story is just a myth. It's a myth. I know what you're talking about.
Guys, it's my favorite song.
Oh, God.
I liked the musical that we heard before. Can we go back to that?
See, here's the thing.
Star Drew.
The VHS of Star Wars Return of the Jedi I grew up with was the 1997 special edition. So I'm used to this song. Having said that, this is just more like I love this movie when it gets to the really good stuff. This is just more delaying the good stuff for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just get to the Sarlacc pit battle.
Okay. No.
You know,
You need
that's just me.
You need to be ingrained in this.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. This scene exists for one reason. That is to introduce the Rancor. That's it.
Yeah.
Accurate.
But
Yeah.
but it doesn't really pay off because the Rancor is killed in like 2 minutes. Oh, you see boobs.
Yeah, I think,
Can we
yeah.
get Matt, can we get a time check, please?
We have 13. Well, actually,
We're
in a
14
couple of
minutes
seconds.
now.
14 minutes. Yeah, right now. Yeah.
All right. So when we get to 15 minutes, we'll let you know when we get to 15 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Because Star Drew is asking.
Fun fact number 3, and this one I actually knew. John Williams' son, Joseph Williams, who is the lead singer of Toto, collaborated on part of the score and wrote lyrics for the Ewok song. I did know that because my aunt is acquainted with Toto.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just
So
knew
you
about
So if we ever need to borrow the song Africa, we can just go through her to get
No,
the
you can't.
No.
No. Acquainted. Loosely acquainted.
Robert Parker, here you going, mate?
Well, Jesus, about time she's showing up. Oh, and John Stubbs, our champion from the Star Wars trivia match. What's up, guys? Hey, we finally have a decent number of viewers in the chat. Woohoo!
I love it when he knocks them over.
I love that Kristen still has the Jabba alert up. She was just like,
it.
oh my God.
She's dedicated, man.
You know what the
My
worst
spirit
thing
animal.
is? The version of this movie that I'm watching doesn't have subtitles.
I'm watching this. Yeah.
And
That's
I
what
haven't watched.
happened to me during the Lord of the Rings watch along, but I knew what all the lyrics were.
Like,
all
I
the
mean,
lyrics.
I've
And
seen this movie enough to where
Words.
I semi-remember, but like, I'm still not seeing. Thankfully, this is the only scene that needs subtitles. Is the Jabba stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't? Because mine doesn't have subtitles either for Jabba.
Yeah.
I don't think Jabba has subtitles.
He does.
He does.
He
Okay.
does. Okay, you want to know how I know he has subtitles? Because when I was a 13-year-old lad and I watched the beginning part of this movie for a different reason, I remember there were subtitles.
Fearless and inventive.
Yes,
Yeah.
fearless
So-
and inventive.
Yeah, so there were
Well, see, that
subtitles.
I just had subtitles then. So, okay, that's weird. Because before I didn't, but then I just did. So, all right, that's weird.
Well, I think it's at the parts where 3PO's translating for him, they don't bother to put subtitles on because he says
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
But if nobody says what he is saying, then they put subtitles on so that you know if it's like important to know.
Fair enough.
It would make 3PO very superfluous. Also, can we just say
Yeah, let's-
Leia in the Bausch costume is the first
Look at
time we get a woman wearing armor, and it doesn't have to appear like it's a woman to still be a woman. Captain Phasma, people who freaked out before Force Awakens came out.
Yeah.
Also, I I get why Lando's there, but Jabba's known Lando for a while. Didn't recognize him at all?
Hey Frank, how you going?
Again,
Robert needs
problem
a
with
time
the
check.
stuff.
Yeah, we need a time check. So when we get to 8, we'll let you know when we get to 18 minutes.
That's my bad. Again, guys, I'm just watching the movie at this point.
But it's fine, Kearns. I'll just be the octopus that Clark was for one movie.
I mean, I could do it. Now I'm paying attention, so I'll tell everyone for 18 minutes.
If my time code was correct, I would tell everyone, but my time code's not
18.
correct.
Hi, Frank.
So, 18 minutes in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 18-minute mark.
Imagine that, Kearns. You and I are exactly in sync.
Wow.
It's almost like
How
you started the
special.
movie when Jacob said play.
Hilarious.
I love you, Tillman.
Hilarious banter.
This is great sound design. Getting Han out of the carbonite.
Yes. Fantastic work. Sorry, guys. I am finishing my potatoes. I hope you don't mind.
You just got like a big like casserole dish full of potatoes.
I like how it has little flowers on it.
It's beautiful.
Well, thank you. That's just what a lady wants to hear.
I love your casserole dish. Where'd you get it?
Home Goods.
Matt. You slay me.
Nitpick alert. His shirt's gonna change from the one he was frozen in. If you watched The Empire Strikes Back, you'll know that nitpick.
It's
I would have
like
thought that would have
it's almost
been
like you
something
mentioned
that
that
actually
in
worked.
The Empire Strikes Back watch along. Sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
I would have thought that would have been something that, like, thing number one that the continuity director would be like, all right, this is one thing I really have to make sure that I've get correct.
This is the original trilogy. They didn't care about continuity in these movies. They were like,
Yeah, but like,
did Luke and Leia make out in the last one?
hairstylists, no, but like hairstylists and stuff.
That's the one
Hairstylists
he
and
was
stuff
frozen
all have.
in, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
That shirt
probably-
is the same as the one that he was wearing when he was frozen.
Nope. It's
No.
not.
Yeah, because
You
it
can
has the
see 'cause
flaps.
the cut open V that runs a little far
Son
down,
of
not the
a-
flap that he wears
But it's
in
just that the
Empire.
flaps are like open more before he had them like crossed over. No?
Someone who
Nope.
knows you, bitch. Now stand up and rhyme. I only thought you was so much the rest of the time.
I wonder how they got him. Yeah, I wonder how they got him behind that. Like,
So was everyone just waiting up, seeing if she was actually going to come? Like, what if she never showed up? Would have been awkward. Guys, I swear she's coming, okay?
More oddly, how did his handcuffs disappear?
It's true.
I'm 3 seconds ahead. I don't think I'm 3 seconds ahead.
Are you at
She's just living
21
it up.
and 5 seconds?
I don't know.
I'm like 3 seconds behind.
This is just creepy.
What time code am I supposed to be at?
21 and 15, 16, 17.
Okay, I'm a
18.
little bit ahead. I can't.
Okay. Even
I
when I
have
was
to
a
sync
kid,
two separate things up, okay?
that's fine. That's fine.
It's okay.
Even when I was a kid, I hated Salacious Crumb.
Yeah.
So sorry.
The precursor to Jar Jar, everyone. Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think he's kind of cute.
I'm kidding.
Fair enough. And I mean, to be fair, I'm not going to argue with Khaleesi here, but
That's right.
Frank, since I'm now just joining, how many times have you referenced the Family Guy spoofs? Frank, I got told to stop, so
Yeah.
I
Well,
had to stop.
no. Jacob, you got told to stop because in place of making your own jokes, you just referenced other people's material. That's why you were told to stop. Because you did it to get a laugh out of us when the rest of us were just being
And
funny.
I'm sorry, and what was that rule you gave? No quoting? Shouldn't the spoofs count for that rule?
No, my no quoting rule was stop quoting literally every line in the first 2 minutes of the movie.
No.
We didn't say. Frank had another comment. He said Kearns has the best camera angle. Everyone should follow suit.
That's because my back's hurting. And
My back hurts too. I have like 3 pillows.
So you're saying we should be doing it like this the whole time, just chilling?
Yeah.
And there it is. All right. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh,
Oh my God!
I gotta say, for a 12-year-old Matt watching Return of the Jedi, I was like, I like this movie for a different reason. I can't quite tell why, and I don't think it has to do with the lightsaber duel. There's something about it.
You'll be rewarded.
I've revealed so much about my feelings on the other sex in these watch-alongs, haven't I? Since Attack of the Clones watch-along.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
And Kearns, you know we love you.
Yep.
Skywalker, Jedi Knight.
The best thing is that just is that you see later on in the film, Carrie Fisher has to do so many like crazy things with her hair because they had her hair so long for this beginning bit, and they couldn't be like, oh, she cut her hair later on.
Yeah, it had to be like up in like really intricate ways.
Yeah, because also Carrie Fisher always made the joke that she would force her daughter Billy Lord to watch this movie to be like, this can be you one day.
If that's not great parenting, I don't know what is.
And she also, the whole slave Leia thing came out of Carrie complaining to George that she didn't feel like she was dressing like feminine enough. Like, you know, she was always, you know, especially in Empire. And so George was like, oh, you want to dress feminine? All right. I can do that for you.
Have a metal bikini.
We're at the Rancor
That's what
sequence,
ladies
right?
wear.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I am back,
25
guys.
minutes in 2, 1, 25. We'll give you a time check for
I've been
26.
watching while I've been setting everything up. Yep, I'm good to go now. All right,
So-
let's rock this.
The guard that falls into the pit.
Yep.
There at the library that I work at, we have a picture, like a little kid's pop-up book. that's
It's the
all about-
Jabnock. Yeah, it's about Jabnock.
Yeah, and it's really sad because it's like he's like with his family, and then he's going into work, and then he just dies, and it's super depressing.
He's basically a family Gamorrean that has a wife and a kid, and all he wants to do is impress Jabba as much as he possibly could. But Urtug, Gartog, Vortug, and what's the other one's name?
I swear you're making these names up. This is
No.
ridiculous.
It's the original. In the original canon, there were 9 Gamorrean guards that were head of the Gamorrean guard army that Jabba had, and they would make fun of Jabnock, and that's why they were laughing at Jabnock as he gets eaten right there. Yeah. And all he wanted to do was protect Jabba to prove himself to Jabba, and this is what happened to him. So it's a
really sad story. I don't know why you would make that into a little kid's book. It's pretty depressing.
Everybody watching, this is what happens when you try to impress your boss at work.
Yep, don't do it.
Sorry. I was miming the Rancor, but yeah, everything Clark said, true.
Yep.
All right. We have 2 more fun facts from Jonathan Peck. Number 4, Lucas approached David Lynch to helm Return of the Jedi, but Lynch declined in order to direct Dune. He also approached number 5. He also approached David Cronenberg, but he declined to make Videodrome and the Dead Zone.
Boof, Videodrome.
Yeah, and also this Rancor. I don't know if you guys did it when I was offline, said it offline, but this Rancor originally was supposed to be a guy in a suit, and it looked terrible. And then they decided to go the King Kong run and did it in stop motion or high speed puppetry, and that's how come the Rancor looks as good as it does to this day. And this scene, this guy, his name is Malik. Him and the Rancor have a huge history.
Oh.
Malakili. See, I just got stood up. Malaki. Malaki. I can't pronounce anything because I don't have a tongue. He basically this Rancor is like, and then he dies right in front of him. But this Rancor is basically his baby. And the Rancor was originally given to Jabba by, I forget his name, I have to look it up. But when he was giving it to Jabba on his birthday, he fed him to the Rancor, and Jabba made that guy the Rancor's keeper, and that's why that Rancor keeper is so sad in there. So it's sad none of this is canon anymore. It's sad none of this is canon anymore.
Well,
so everything you just said is complete bullshit. Basically,
technically, yeah.
In the eyes of Disney, all this could change.
Okay, so the
this
character
poor
of
guy
is canon.
Yeah.
The fact that he's a Rancor or his owner is canon. The backstory, though, is not canon.
Sad. Because the whole Happy Birthday Jabba story from Tales of Jabba's Palace is fascinating. Because it's very sad. The guy who gave the Rancor to Jabba wanted to impress him too, and Jabba's like, thank you for the pet. And then he throws him in, and he's his first victim. So,
Again, don't try and impress anyone.
Yep.
Just be you.
Another moral. Yeah. Yep.
Malcolm Lay asked, if you could cast a Schmodown competitor Star Wars character, who would your pick be? His was Mark Riley as Han Solo.
Boy, he's just trying to kiss your ass right now, isn't he, Kearns?
I would say I would cast
Robert Meyer Burnett as Chewbacca?
No. So my funny pick
don't
would
tell
be...
Rob I said
John
that.
Smith as
No. I would cast William Bibiani as Malakili.
I have
And
an
Whitney
actual
as
pick and
the
I have a
Rancor.
comedy pick. My actual pick would be Riley as Han as well. My comedy pick would be John Roca as Billy D. Williams.
Amazing.
I can see
Amazing.
that.
Because,
Best spin.
Lando. I said Billy D. Williams. Yeah.
But best spin.
I think that John Schnepp is Chewbacca. Like, I think that he's just a shaved Chewbacca.
That's a good point.
Okay. Let's just acknowledge the fact that we are almost to the end of the Jabba sequence, and it's sad. We need to talk about this a little bit more, even into the Ewok section.
Now,
Let's talk about how awesome this is.
would I be allowed to make another KOTOR reference?
No.
Sure.
Kidding.
Because I genuinely want this to happen. If there's ever a KOTOR adaptation for canon, I want Christian Harloff to play either. Actually, no. I'll do a twofer. Christian Harloff as Cartho Nassi, and John Roca as Canderous Ordo.
I wish I knew who those were.
So, anyone play Lego Star Wars 2?
Yes.
There's a fun level in that game.
Oh. I've only played the episode 6 Lego Star Wars 2 sections.
I'm surprised.
That doesn't shock me.
I was joking. When I
This
said
green screen, though, is terrible. I will acknowledge that.
This
shot right here of Jabba is actually mirrored, and that's a film error. It's just
you
because
can see the chroma key. It's kind of sad.
Great.
And the fact when you mirror Jabba, it's pretty obvious because of his nose. And the glasses in the wrong hand. They did that because of framing.
So I guess Jabba's just drinking a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it looked like a Coke or a Pepsi. Was Coke and Pepsi around in 1983?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Clark.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, Clark, I just
Clark, have you not seen Back to
from
the
another
Future?
dimension or something.
Coca-Cola was created 100 years before this movie.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
Like, does anyone else get the idea that Chris Clark is actually like an alien who was studying our ways?
Sometimes I do.
Now, what I also love about this sequence is that the Sarlacc now looks like Audrey too from Little Shop
I
of
was just
Horrors.
gonna say that. I was like, it kind of makes me want to say Little Shop of Horrors a little bit.
I know.
Go
And
ahead.
that's again why it was all that mashup in childhood. Feed me, Jabba.
Feed me.
And this is the first time we see R2 in like a hot minute.
And here we have.
Sabugare.
Wait, we just saw R2 and 3PO talking. after the Leia and
Fuck,
Jabba scene.
I think like 10 seconds ahead.
Oh, yeah. That's probably me being ahead. You know what? Let me stop and savor this scene.
This is a badass moment for Luke.
Oh, it is. It is.
I love it.
And after this sequence, I'm gonna rewind all the way to the beginning and watch this whole sequence over again while you watch the rest of the movie.
Oh my God.
Why do I actually believe that?
He's gonna be like randomly quoting Jabba in the middle of the movie. And we'll just be like, what the hell?
As he wasn't right now.
And just be like, I need a Jabba alert. Like,
Ooh,
wait,
ooh,
what?
okay.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So,
I've been
Star Wars
doing
lightsaber
a bad job, so I'll just like flash him up here a couple times.
Okay, so lightsaber nerd again. So the lightsaber Mark Hamill uses throughout this film is not his actual, the prop lightsaber you see Vader holding in
Poor
the
Wilhelm.
one close-up shot. It is actually Alec Guinness's fighting saber from A New Hope with the blade snapped off. That's why it's supposed to be new, but it looks so weathered and, beaten because it was from A New Hope.
So Frank just has the greatest comment yet. P.S. I'm not even watching the movie, just listening to you all as I ignore my family.
Jacob was listening to our Clone Wars, whatever we want to call that, on a drive.
Yeah.
So
That was the best night ever.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were watching Kristen get very drunk very quickly. And then
You're watching
my
me
God.
pass out on my keyboard.
Yeah.
I was so
And then
happy.
watching-
Force kick.
Yes, force kick.
Also,
fuck this moment. Fuck it.
yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Oh yeah. Well, he didn't know that he was going to be as popular as he was.
Yeah.
But again,
Can't
I'd like to
blame him.
reiterate my point of, do you want to know how to instantly fix like my two problems with this movie? Put Jabba's palace on Endor.
Oh, you
Instead
think
of- And instead of Ewoks, it's the pirates fighting the Empire.
Thank you, Doug
That way
Walker.
you still.
Yep,
Well,
that was Doug
It
Walker's
works.
I'm
It works
kidding you.
perfectly.
I know. I'm
This is
kidding
sad.
you.
The saddest scene in the saga is right here coming up.
Evan, the moment that Chris was talking about is when what's his name? When Boba Fett.
Yeah. This is sad.
Aw.
I don't think he's dead. I don't actually think he's dead. I think he's just passed out.
You know what the funny
Oh, he's
thing
definitely
is,
dead.
Clark? That moment, the ending of this moment is sad for you and me, but for two completely separate reasons.
No. Don't you dare use that clip in a Bibiani kind of thing.
I wasn't speaking about that.
Oh, okay.
was
Because
talking about
of being a
Leia.
choker.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. I just gave you an idea.
God damn it.
Yes, you did. I saw you joined our Empire watch along for the correct moment.
Yes, I did. I woke up out of my power nap just to say fuck you, Matt.
Oh my God, the chat is gone.
So
Yeah, I
as,
don't know what they're talking about anymore.
So as most people, I'm sure, know, Luke's lightsaber was originally supposed to be blue, but it didn't really stand out very well against the blue sky, so they switched to green, which is why now we have, this idea that there's multiple lightsaber colors instead of just blue and red.
I think his green lightsaber is Qui-Gon's because that's the one that.
A lot of people believe that.
Mhm.
It's a good.
And they ADR'd a line there. I forget what line they ADR'd in there, but there's an ADR'd line. They replaced
Oh, it's
Han's
the.
line.
Oh no, not my eyes! R2, help! Because what Anthony Daniels is actually saying during that, he's like, "Get me out! Get me out! Get me out! Get me out! Get me out!" Because he missed a breath. So he's
I feel
just
like that was gonna
freaking
cut.
out.
Or no? Was
No, that's what what you see in the movie is him freaking out because he skipped a breath.
This is sad. This is
Yeah,
really
wait a sec, Clark. I was gonna say Jabba wasn't dead before. I'm fairly certain he's dead now.
But all the
Nah,
nice.
he survived that.
No, he
He'll be
got out.
fine.
He got out.
Okay, Scourge brought up
Keep
the
telling
best point
yourself that,
ever.
man.
Poor Aaliyah getting caught up in all this craziness.
Yeah, Aaliyah. Now everybody, since Jabba just blew up, we're just gonna talk about and have a eulogy for Jabba for the rest of the movie. Okay?
All right.
Here, would you like me to
I'm on
burn
board.
this Jabba?
Oh no.
Do
no.
it!
Are we going to start calling you the new Abe?
No, I'm not crazy like Abe, but I can rip him up for you.
So would you be called Cabraham since you're Kristen? No.
Here you go. Poor Jabba.
Oh, no.
I will throw his ashes into the wind.
You make me sad inside.
Fun fact number 6. Boba Fett almost had a larger role.
Yeah, I think he did.
Fun fact, he should have.
Fun fact, I don't care about his character.
Neither.
Fact.
I've never cared about Boba Fett.
Yeah, even when I was a kid, I was always like, your dad's a lot cooler in Attack of the Clones.
But and it sucks. All his great adventures that I loved reading are not canon. So he's dead as according to canon for now.
The club.
He's technically dead, right? I don't think there has been any.
There hasn't been anything about him coming back, but people thought that because
canon.
In canon. I know. Because obviously I've read a couple of the Boba Fett books. They're fantastic.
Evan tried to say this in the last movie, and it's still not true.
And we just ignored him.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did he say?
Boba is better than Django.
Oh, get out!
I mean, like, you actually don't... Boba Fett isn't a character. He's just a guy who stands there.
So,
and looks cool.
Interesting thing about this
Cool is
scene...
important.
So an interesting thing about this is whenever you see the Emperor, Lucas and Marquand always try to surround him by reds, blacks, and grays because those were Hitler's favorite colors. Just to sort of
Robert Parker comes up with a very interesting, a very, very interesting theory. Wait up, hold up.
There's many parts to
Conspiracy
this.
theory. Spoiler alert. What if Chris Clark is a spy for his homeworld sent on a mission to observe our people? Then after spending time here, he decided he loved our people. The mission was to take us from the inside, and then he fell in love with our culture. He wanted to save us.
And then part 3.
To punish
Seems
his
legit.
treason. Then to punish his treason, the alien overlords placed another prisoner alien, Evan, on this earth for Clark's torment. As punishment for his sins, they're both aliens. Yes! So much sense.
It's all coming together.
Stat sack number 7. Luke's all-black outfit was hand-tailored by Gucci.
Ooh, fancy.
Just
Also, I love that we got a stat sack onto our watch along.
I just want to say, Robert Parker, curiosity killed the cat. Do not dig any deeper than you have.
Robert, you
Because
don't
they
know
will
what kind of powers he has, so
They will find you. You know too much. You know way too much. Know that.
But okay, so before without getting in too much trouble, Clark, can I please ask what is the name of
Your
The
people?
planet? The planet or the people?
I'm trying to think what's not gonna get me in trouble. Here, tell me the name of the people your planet was last at war with.
Oh, they're called the Wafukis.
What is this?
Yes.
Wait, hang on. And then Evan says, wait a minute, Clark tortures me. No, Evan,
No,
it's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
All right, back on to Star Wars.
So wait, Kat, do you want to talk more about Jabba or this?
you know what? I have another part of this theory. Clark has taken over all of our editing and he's doing all these family game nights and the little Evan mini adventures. He's documenting us. Clearly. He's documenting us. He's sending all this back to his home world.
Yes, the Wafuki on planet Wafiki.
Goddamn.
Yeah,
That's where you lost me. Now I'm out.
Wafuki curse.
Yeah, and we like to sing and we like to dance and we have red butts. Yep, we have red butts. Okay, we're good. We're good.
You have red butts or boots?
We have both. In many colors. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
You guys are seriously talking about something else besides Yoda's death scene.
Chris Clark,
Oh.
I'm just gonna say, if you're making another blooper reel, can you please put this in there?
You have no idea what's coming tomorrow.
Okay, so speaking of which, guys, actually, all right, I do want to get into this because this is important.
This is a very important scene.
This whole bit, the whole reason this scene was added was because a child psychologist said to Lucas that kids didn't believe Vader. That was the one thing, was that kids didn't believe Vader. And we got proof of that. We actually got proof of that because Harloff, when he showed his daughter these movies, the one thing when someone asked, what did she think of the Vader reveal? And he said she thought he was lying.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it was, and it makes total sense. Because you do, even in the novelization of Empire, it ends with Luke not sure if Vader is lying or telling the truth to him.
So I've always wondered this. Do you guys know this? Why does Yoda disappear and Obi-Wan disappear, but Anakin doesn't disappear when he dies?
Because
excuse me, Clark. They cut away from Anakin right after he goes down, and we don't know if he disappeared from the armor.
Well, that's
we know the robes are left behind.
Well, why didn't Qui-Gon disappear then?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Where's Chris Doman?
He's here.
Why isn't he answering our questions?
Because he's too busy crying at Yoda dying.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this was an intentional thing, but
Here he goes.
sickly.
There we go.
Does anyone recognize that?
No.
They make Yoda look sick?
Let's start from the beginning. Qui-Gon never could physically actually become a Force ghost.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason he was able to on Mortis is because Mortis is a giant planet controlled by the Force. Hence why he was able to do it. And there was enough Force power to will him a physical form.
Is this canon?
Yes, this is canon.
Yes.
Like actual canon or
Yes, it's actual canon.
It's Clone Wars.
Right, yeah, Clone Wars, right.
Jesus. Sorry. Every other time that Qui-Gon makes an appearance, it is audio only. You do not see the physical performance. Obi-Wan, of course, because Qui-Gon taught him all this. Boom. Instantly. Done. So he's now a Force ghost. Yoda, same thing, because Qui-Gon taught Yoda. Anakin, same thing.
Who taught Anakin?
Oh, Qui-Gon.
Anakin was taught, I think.
No.
Palpatine might have taught him.
No. Darkseid can't do it.
Oh.
But lest we forget, how was Anakin born?
Oh, with the mini.
He was born. Let's say he was born from the Force. We don't use the M word, Clark.
The midichlorians.
He was born from the Force.
You revert back to it when you die. Huh.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Remember, you are made from you are made from dust, and from dust and to dust you shall return.
I've always wanted to ask you guys. I wasn't on it, but why is the Jango Fett and Boba Fett?
Piss off, Will Hall. I'm kidding. Yeah. Yes, I am Jar Jar.
Okay, Clark.
Why are Jango Fett and Boba Fett's like Mandalore named after the Jedi Mandalorians?
Oh my God!
It's midichlorians, so there's no
Mandalorian.
What?
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 Was that bad?
Oh wait, guys! You were going to miss Ghost Sit.
Oh.
You are too precious for this world.
What?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I say something wrong? Oh no.
They're midichlorians, not Mandalorians.
Okay. Here's the other question I want to ask. Why does he look worse in this than he did in Empire?
Because you're grumpy?
Because, again, it was shot in one day.
And, okay.
Yeah,
and
he probably didn't want to do it.
Okay.
And also, let's keep something else in mind. When you see him in Empire, it was... okay, I can't use the lighting.
Okay, here's my thing. Most of the time Island spent was on that battle on the second Death Star, so this was probably the last effect they really cared about when they were doing the effects. They were like, I mean, it looks good still, but Ghost Sit, that's for JTE. JTE loves to tweet about Ghost Sit. And this is also Screenwriting
I'm pretty sure it's
101 on how
virgins in the
to
Force.
retroactively deal with a problem from a previous film. A certain point
Yep.
of view.
Yeah.
Must face Darth Vader again. Well, you can tell that to your nephew.
Mm.
Ooh, I just went there.
Ooh.
John Peck, fun fact number 7. He's doing a good job with these. Are already on number 7. Leia strangling Jabba was an homage to the death of Luca Brasi in The Godfather, and George Lucas worked as an assistant editor on that film. Sorry, Clark.
He actually shot the newspapers in that film, the newspaper reel part. And Sim and Coppola are like, or were best friends at the time. Now it's him and Spielberg, but yeah.
Yeah, total homage. Actually, that's the infamous fishnet choking scene. Yeah. Thank you, John.
Alec Guinness
Forgot
is
about that,
so
you're right.
good in these movies. Like,
Yeah,
even
man.
he has one scene in both Empire and Jedi, but still so good.
I like this music. Okay,
Oh yeah,
move along.
a real military march.
Yeah, man.
Where's Broomface?
Akbar!
Oh, Akbar.
I also told them you betrayed me, so to maybe not totally trust you, but never mind.
What'd you just say?
What?
His smile back is just like, hey, buddy.
And in old canon, the comic I was talking about last watch along, she just found out that her son was killed.
Mm-hmm.
So makes this scene a little bit more difficult for Mon Mothma.
Indeed.
God, it's so weird going back to the original actress again now after seeing Genevieve O'Reilly.
Many Bothans.
How many Bothans?
Many.
Many, indeed.
I just want like one of the like characters in the background starts snickering, going, "This is our military leader."
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the announcement of Many Bothans, a Star Wars story.
Wouldn't it just be a retread of Rogue One, basically?
No, it's Rogue 2.
Yeah.
That's
They
Rogue
could just
2.
make another little pop-up book of that.
I looked at what Bothans were. They look like horses.
Well, that's from if you play Battlefront 2 on PS2, you can play as a Bothan and you can turn invisible.
Yeah, awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I'd love to watch a movie about that.
The chat is like right on time with everything we're saying because I said the Bothan standalone, and I look in the chat and someone else talked about it, and then you said that, and then Robert Parker talked about the playable Bothans in Battlefront 2.
Okay, so here's my thing. I brought up Command and everything. How did Han be, like, I guess it's because of his sacrifice in the last movie he was able to be made general, but what else has he been? He's been frozen in carbonite. Why does he just get to be made a general?
I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing. All I know is that I'm convinced, and now more than ever, that Callus is Maydeen.
Hi, Han.
Well, that's not fair, 3PO. I think this is a very exciting movie.
This hangar bay like brings back all the memories from Rogue Squadron.
Right?
Yeah, man. And you're doing all your cheat codes and you're trying to hit the button at the exact right time so you can get the Millennium Falcon playable.
Mhm.
All the memories.
What was the one on GameCube? Because that's the one I play.
That was Rogue Leader, Rogue
Yeah,
Squadron
Rogue
2,
Leader. That's the
which
hanger
is
I
the
remember.
slightly better one.
I
Slightly better.
really like that game.
The one I played was Dark Forces, like way back in the day on my super old computer.
That's a good
when
one.
I was like 8. It was good.
Yeah, buddy.
I use that GIF. If you watch the live show on Schmoville, with the live chat every Wednesday, I end it with "See you next week" and just Han doing the salute.
That's a very beautiful matte painting we are looking at.
Yep.
Yes.
Matte painting. Matt is a great artist.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was just waiting for someone to make the joke.
Getting too old for this shit.
Skaliski, how could you not have beaten Rogue Leader?
Hi, Chris.
Hey,
What's
Chris,
up, Chris?
you missed the Jabba scene.
Hey,
Making sense.
Chris.
Chris.
Clark is like, you missed the Jabba scenes. Go back and then catch up
Yeah.
with us.
That's what you should do.
Here we go again.
Kristen, how many times when you've tweeted about porks have I sent you that video of 3PO saying that?
What?
On Twitter, whenever you tweet about pork, I'm always like, here we go again. So is
Mhm.
3PO.
Actually, have you done that?
I do it to you all the time. Oh, I see. Do you block me on Twitter? Did you mute me?
I don't know.
Finding out sad things right now.
I see how it is.
Not
Paintings
sure.
are better
Well,
than
to be fair, it's better than me and my constant pork recipes I keep putting up there. So
Oh, you do that? I haven't noticed it. No, Robert Parker.
Blocked everyone on Twitter.
I'm not ready for the Lions to lose. Do not say such things.
Hello, Skaliski.
You're late to the party, Jacob. We already said hello.
Whatever.
wait a minute, Jacob doesn't live in Arizona.
You gotta,
He didn't ruin.
you gotta give
Matt's hopes
Ian
and
McDermott
dreams.
credit about how good of an actor he was through all this makeup. Also,
He's
that one
30 years
shot-
younger. Yeah, he's
that
30
one shot allowed Kenner to make an action figure of that guy for no reason whatsoever.
and they made millions.
Because who really wanted that figure as a kid?
Those two guys play central roles in Shadows of the Empire, which again isn't canon, but that's the aftermath of the Emperor dying, and the actual Royal Guardsmen and those guys taking over the Galactic Empire and going against the rebellion. It's an interesting 3-part story.
That's not Shadows of the Empire, because Shadows of the Empire takes place in between.
I believe you mean the
I-
Shattered
Empire.
Empire.
No, not Shattered Empire. It's why am I blanking on the name? It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite novels. It's not Shadows of the Empire. It's
I don't know.
Crimson Blood, parts 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, okay.
Crimson Blood. My bad. I don't know why.
I don't know. Fly casual.
I know. I'm
I
bad.
don't know, Clark. Think casual.
Think casual. Think.
So-
Think. I don't know where I was going with that.
I'm going to make this statement that the Return of the Jedi armor is my favorite of the Darth Vader armors. I just like the look of it.
Don't they all look the same, basically?
Nope.
No.
Nope, not at all.
Jonathan Peck, fun fact number 8, which he hasn't finished. Oh, he did finish. Okay. For security reasons, when the film was sent to the lab, it was sent
Blue
under the title
Harvest.
Blue Harvest. The title was inspired by Dashiell Hammett's story Red Harvest, which was the inspiration for Yomibo, directed by Akira Kurosawa, one of the favorite directors of George Lucas.
Yep. Seven Samurai and
that's
direct inspiration in the writing of Star Wars.
And that's the title of the Family Guy special, which I think Jacob said that you guys might do a watch along, or we might, which is
Well, I don't know, Jacob.
So I said possibly, and I'm hijacking it. So I have to convince you now. But yeah, we
I just-
possibly one day doing it.
We will see.
ooh,
We will
Robot Chicken for life.
robot chickens
think-
for life.
I think for the watch-alongs from now on, I'm just going to do all musicals, and it's just going to be me and Chris Clark, and then like if Aaliyah wants to join.
Yes. Musicals,
Whoa,
that's my
whoa,
jam.
that's insulting. I like musicals as well.
Wait till you
So do
see
I.
the thing I'm working on. Something is in the works.
Ooh.
I'm excited.
The Han Solo's costume in this film came out of the fact of Han
I
was
cannot wait.
always talked about as a cowboy, so the costume department just gave him a dust jacket, like
duster?
cowboy's duster. Yeah, that's why do you say dust? Yeah, a duster.
A dust jacket. It's like
So,
almost the
okay.
same thing.
Which would have made sense if they had gone with the original ending of being like an old spaghetti western of Luke riding off into the sunset, literally. Ha 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 ha.
No, I love. Sorry, the final shot of this movie brings tears to my eyes. I love the
Oh
final shot of this movie.
yeah, I'm glad they ended it the way they did. The look of like it's him. We know this is not going to go well.
What? Oh, I missed it. That was my first ever trivia question.
What?
What does Han Solo say?
Oh,
To
Yeah,
Luke and Leia?
in your round 2 of your match against Chris Woodburn.
Is that round 2?
That
Okay.
was round 2.
Oh, Phantom of the Opera definitely is a possibility.
Yeah.
Ew.
And no, Robert Parker, it's not family board game night. That would be interesting, though.
Guys, there are people in here who have not seen the match yet, so please don't spoil anything. So I'm just going to cover the comments so no one can see this. Cover.
What happened?
Nothing.
People are
Just
spoiling.
don't look. Yeah, don't look
Just
at the
think.
chat for a second.
For why?
Schmodown reason.
All right.
Oh,
There is a spoiler for the Schmodown.
yeah, we still haven't seen it.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Guys, it's fine. I mean, it's been 2 days. We probably should have seen it by now, but
We've been doing charity work.
A lot
It's
of
fine,
charity
guys.
It's
work.
Don't
doing
worry, don't
charity.
We're doing charity, eh? And charity, she's a busy lady, so we only got so
We've
much
been
time
doing
with
it for
her.
3 days.
We got 3 days with charity, and we're gonna use every minute of it. Okay, she's costing us how much? $335 so far. We're trying to make it 1,000.
Matt, your accent makes me want to order a pizza.
So my cousin, in an attempt to just piss me off, tells me the story about when he was younger, his parents took him to see this movie in the theater. He said the only thing he remembered caring about was this because it was like motorcycles, and everything else he could give a shit less about.
Robert Parker, is Charity just Evan with a blonde wig?
Hey,
No.
that's illegal.
That's insulting to blonde people.
That's not charity, that's abuse.
I mean,
That's
I'm
not
actually
charity,
just
that's a
Evan in a
curse.
blonde wig. I don't know if you guys knew that. I just made up this Aaliyah person.
Hello, Evan
get
part 2.
See, kids, this is the dangers of taking your eyes off the road.
Exactly.
Don't text and drive. Or shoot people and drive. Bad.
Or don't try and be a badass and look back. Just
Was I the only one that... Oh, am I muted?
Nope, we got you.
Okay, am I the only one that when he crashes his motorcycle, that thing, the speeder bike, I thought that was an Ewok that he ran into, not a log. It looks like an Ewok with his hands.
That's so sad.
Just a really big Ewok.
Yeah.
So the way they achieved this was they had the cameraman walking through the forest with a Steadicam, and then they just sped up the footage really fast.
That's true, and that's true. It's still, I wish they could have done the better compositing.
Wait, you mean they didn't actually fly on speeders?
Oh
You're
man,
breaking my heart. I'm sorry.
Come on,
Let me do that in
dude.
a Star Wars way. You're breaking my heart. Pretty awful.
It pretty.
And
Yay!
we are now introduced to the luckiest 11-year-old in the world, Warwick
Jump, jump.
Davis.
Jump, jump.
Yep,
Which he can thank this role to food poisoning, because Kenny Baker was supposed to be Wicket, but he got food poisoning and he couldn't do it.
Goddamn
Wicket.
murder bears.
I should be wearing my Wicket hat right now.
You
I'm
should.
blowing it.
be.
All right, I'll be right back.
Hooray!
Oh,
Wicket friends for life.
Wicket kind of looks like Freya.
No. Not
Wicket
even
looks like
close.
a teddy bear. A cutesy wootsy teddy bear. I love Wicket. A cutesy wootsy teddy bear. If I can murder you.
Malcolm needs a time code, number 1.
We are at 1 hour, 3 minutes, and
We'll be at an
50
hour and 4
seconds.
minutes in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. An hour, 4 minutes.
Okay, and number 2. Jonathan Peck, fun fact number 9. George Lucas had admitted to being on the set frequently due to Richard Marquand's relative inexperience with special effects. Marquand joked that it is rather like trying to direct King Lear with Shakespeare in the next room. Oh my God, Aaliyah, you're my new favorite person in the whole world.
that's great.
It's kind of hard to wear with my headphones, but we'll make it work.
And you know what? And here's the thing to that fun fact is a lot of people often try to, take credit away from it, Richard Marquand. There's a lot of great scenes that it was Marquand directing and giving the actors direction, which is why they work. It wasn't Lucas. He was there for the special effects stuff.
Hatnauta.
Chihuahua.
Have you guys ever seen the actual Ewok movies? They're not bad.
Of course, Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor.
I feel like
That was the first ever Star Wars character to be named
Yeah.
Mace.
in my
Mace
mind,
Windu.
they're still canon because like
They're
nothing
not-
contradicts them, and they're really well put together.
Yeah. They're not bad. They ain't good, but they're not
They're
bad.
okay. They're made for TV movies from the '80s.
I
They're
know.
pretty good for that,
And also, it's really dark because the family that they try to save in the first movie gets spoiler alert gets slaughtered in the second movie. It's pretty dark.
Yeah, right at the beginning.
hmm That guy who plays Mace is like somebody from a sitcom now. I forget what his name is.
I don't know what it is.
Yacha!
Wow, that sounded just like a Ewok. That guy's dead.
You're welcome. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da.
Nope. Let's go
Yum,
this
yum.
way. We have a dress waiting for you. Okay, that's odd, but all right.
Okay, that's explained in Forces of Destiny.
I haven't watched that episode yet, but I know it is.
What do you think of the blinking Ewoks?
Superfluous addition. Just unnecessary. Like, I guess it makes sense since they're animals technically, but it's like...
I feel like there was
Oh,
something.
who here? Sorry. Is everyone here watching the Blu-ray?
I
Yeah.
I am.
I think
Okay.
I am.
DVD.
Okay. Chris, you are not allowed to comment then. Because you're not watching the Blu-ray.
Oh,
Yeah, especially when we get near the end of the movie. During
You're
Roman.
not suffering it. You do not get to comment because you decided not to suffer through it.
Enjoy your 2006 release.
2004.
What am I talking about?
Hashtag
2000
StatSack
This
number
is the one.
82.
This is the one I'm watching right here. This is the one.
2006, I believe, is the
Individual.
yeah, that's when you got the originals. Because I had the A New Hope version of that. That's what I'm thinking of.
I want to say the StatSack, okay? Number 82. Frank Thomas's in 1996 had a batting average of .349 and hit 48.
Oh.
Relevant.
Why are you telling us this?
Because it was
the
a
ailment-
StatSack.
Okay, the ailment. You are going to be out of sync with us when you're watching the despecialized versions, just because there's editing choices, so you are going to be out of sync. Not by a lot with Return of the Jedi. I'm pretty sure there's not big.
The only thing is Lapitech. Lapitech, I think, is like a maybe.
It's shorter. It's
Extra shorter.
than
But you also get a lot of extra shots in that you don't get in the.
Yeah.
There's like a scene where Jabba like goes.
You will be out of sync with. If you are, you'll be out of sync
Clark,
with
can you
us.
please do that again?
Can you gift that, please?
No, just do that again.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? There's this scene in Lapitech where Jabba goes, "Ahooga, oh."
Ew.
I
No,
need
he does his little hands like. Ooh.
I
And they
need
cut
that.
that shot
I'm
out.
gonna just mute because I can't. I'm watching the movie full screen, so I'm not looking at you guys, and I just hear Clark's sounds.
Ooh.
Oh God!
Sounds good, ailment.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Good job, Shu. It's thinking with your.
I'm gonna post it. Like I'm gonna post a clip of what I'm talking about because he does this funny little thing that I love that they cut out of everything else that nobody remembers.
Yeah, sure.
And fail at it miserably. And
Buzz.
Archie
Archie
tries to
couldn't
kill
have
everybody
warned
right here.
anyone about what he was doing.
No, he does not.
He's like, I'm helping you guys.
Wait a minute, Christian's on this panel? Where?
No,
Where?
it's me. I get mistaken for the commish a lot.
You do look just like him, so.
It's true. I know. It's very
You both
confusing.
have brown hair.
Yep. We both like movies.
Yeah.
You're 06 Harloff, though. Okay, now
Yay,
everyone
Ewoks.
listen. I love how cute the Ewoks are. Let's not forget, they're looking at, this is dinner right here.
I know. That's why I like them so much.
The Ewoks are legit never judge a book by their cover because I bet you know what? I bet you they love that as hunters because everyone comes and they're like, oh, you're so cute. And then they just rip your face off.
It's a great double entendre. Hope I used that word right.
Nope.
Move along. Move along.
It's Chihuahua.
I wonder how you come up with the Ewok language.
They say I Chihuahua, but then make it a little cuter.
Oh, okay, so the people who did it like this
I
is
don't
back
know.
when the
That's a
Taco
question
Bell
for
dog
Ben
was-
Burt.
I love that fat little one with the big cheeks and the gray face.
I was one of those kids that was just obsessed with Ewoks.
They need to make an
For
Ewok
sure.
Build-A-Bear. Yeah.
I really like the Ewoks
Yeah.
too.
There is one.
Oh, there is one. That's what I figured.
You can do Build-A-Bear workshop at the Mall of America in Minnesota, and you can have an Ewok.
That's awesome.
Or you can go to Disney and buy this.
That is the
Yeah, or
cutest.
this. Got a Disneyland.
See, I didn't see that when but I went to Disney World, so maybe they only had it
Oh,
at
yeah.
Disneyland.
It was also like 4 years ago or something.
Yeah,
Also-
I got
also-
him 5 years ago, so
Also, you got-
around the same time frame.
You
There's so many reasons why they plan to eat Han first.
because he shot first.
No,
Frank?
not at all.
Your stat sacks aren't numbered in a way that makes sense to me, but I'll keep saying them out loud. Stat sack number 2, Frank Sinatra's hit song, Strangers in the Night, peaked at number 1 on July 2nd, 1966.
Are all of the
Stat
stat
sack
sacks just
number
about Frank?
4, Safety Dance came out around the time that Return of the Jedi was released in 1983. So,
Doing the safety.
you know.
If we were through OBS, I'd be putting my GIF in the graphic right now.
And this is the scene people tend to forget when they complain about the Ewoks are just cute.
No.
They
They're
are
adorable.
planning to
I mean, they're
eat
so cute.
Han Solo.
Murder and
They are
eat.
cooking him.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. They're cute.
Oh no, they're still cute, but like people forget that like they're murderers.
Yeah. When you hear Warwick Davis explain the importance of the Ewoks, you kind of forgive everything because he knows what's up with them. And I feel
Okay.
like, yeah.
Baby Ewok.
We have
What
a
is there to
question.
forgive? They're adorable.
What's
They
the
are
question?
adorable. We have a question. Which side would you guys support, the Empire or the Rebellion?
Rebellion.
I would actually support the Empire because they were able to keep peace in the galaxy for far longer than the Rebellion did.
Why-
Whatever you feel about the dictatorship of the Empire, they were able to keep peace. I'm trying to be controversial.
Why am I not surprised by that?
If you support the rebellion, you support a bunch of terrorists.
Yep.
Oh.
But if you support the Empire, you support a bunch of murdering dictators. So it's
Have
a
you met the
lose-lose.
government?
Oh, no, I mean, well, look, the Empire also has a lot of
You know
more
what? I
interesting
was gonna
characters.
say something,
Is there a
but
third
that's-
option? Like one that just hangs out on the beach and drinks margaritas?
Oh, you know what? If that's the option, I would go with the Outer Rim.
Yeah.
I'd go with the Outer Rim totally.
Rebellion
but
is the correct answer.
Jacob, here's the difference. The government doesn't have a Death Star.
Yet.
That we know of.
Yet.
Have
And
you
plus,
seen your
yes-
military?
Plus, yes, we do. They're called nuclear bombs.
But that's not a
Oh,
Yeah, this is
now
not-
it's getting that way.
All right, now whoever asked that question, thank you for turning our watch line political. I don't like you, whoever you
It's
were.
basically just a discussion if you like the color red or blue more.
Well, the color blue is better, so that's why.
But red makes things pop.
I'm gonna go gold.
I'm with Alia.
Oh, so she's one of the Knights of the Eternal Empire.
Do they have gold lightsabers?
Yes, they do.
I'm in. That's the one. That's the one I want to be.
Scorches. Okay, so Scorches had the greatest comment. The Death Star was all rebel propaganda.
Actually, Jen Kemp's comment is better. Support the Ewoks. They're all about peace, love, and unity as long as you stay off Endor.
Yeah, as long as
Correct.
they don't eat you.
Ewok Nation for life.
Now this is the moon of Endor, not actually Endor itself.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Correct.
So we never actually see Endor.
It's yeah.
That's
Since we're
interesting.
still on the topic of Ewoks, I'm going to say this right now. I don't mind the Ewoks as much in these scenes, just because, yeah, they're cute, they're stupid, it's meant to be fun for the kids. Whatever, cool.
And adults that like Ewok.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously.
And adults that are wearing an Ewok
Adults
hat.
who have loved Ewoks since we were kids. Awesome. Now, keep in mind, I've hated the Ewoks since I was 3 years old. Why? Because as soon as I found out, and again, I found out when I was 3 years old that they were supposed to be Wookiees initially. I'm like, that just ruined them for me, sadly.
You
Do
can't.
people
But
really
that's like,
remember things from when they're 3 years old?
you can't
No.
blame. Okay, you can't blame the Ewoks on that. That's like saying
I know.
you
I know.
blame a casting choice because like you heard originally Marlon Brando was supposed to play someone and then it was changed and you go, well, Marlon Brando would have been better. Now I
Well, he was supposed to play Han originally, so
Okay.
that would have been a different movie.
like I don't hate Harrison Ford being cast as Han Solo because Kurt Russell could have been him.
Well, to be honest, Kurt Russell would not have been a good Han Solo.
But he would have been a good Snake Plissken, and he is.
This is a question for Kristen. Porgs or Ewoks?
Ooh, Sophie's choice up in here.
Malcolm's
haven't
question.
seen-
Actually, wait. Isn't that a good question for Doman as well?
I haven't
guess
seen
so.
the movie, so Ewoks.
Wow, you betrayed everything that I know.
Doman, you have to say porks.
I haven't seen the movie.
Jen Camp's got a great comment. Just stopping by to say you're all doing a great job. Ewoks are evil, and Aaliyah's hat is the best thing ever. Carry on.
I love that they make an adult-sized Ewok cat.
Yeah, no, it's for kids.
I-
Like, you'll notice how this only comes down to, like, here. I'm pretty sure on the kid it's supposed to be like this. but on my giant adult head, it's like tiny hat.
I like it.
Does anyone else love the character progression of C-3PO? That in A New Hope, he tells Luke, I'm not much more of an interpreter, not a storyteller. And here he's literally telling the Ewoks the story of how they got here.
And he was able to use sound effects from Ben Burt's library.
I know.
This is all in his programming.
Yeah, he
I don't know.
He's his own
Soman, you're
sound.
the canon person here. What is the canon reason why he has sound effects?
Sound effects is technically another
Because
language.
okay, droids can record sound effects. It's not that weird. It's an internal recorder that he can use to voice print for something. It's the same thing that HA-47 could do in Knights of the Old Republic. It's a droid thing.
That's a fair reasoning.
Now,
Wikipedia.
I don't
This
like
is a
this
great
scene.
Oh yeah,
I do not like this scene.
Oh. Well, that's awkward.
it's very slapsticky. Oh, this scene with
With Luke and Leia, yeah.
I'm like a second behind you guys. I was talking about these.
I disagree, but
Well,
It contradicts some things. Yeah.
it contradicts a lot. And it's a huge missed opportunity for Leia to realize, oh shit, Darth Vader, the man I hate with all my being, is my father.
fair.
We don't even get a
Now,
reaction from her of that.
Okay, that's fair. The contradicting thing, you can't blame Jedi on that. If anything, you blame Sith on that.
Yeah, no, I don't care as much about that. Like, that's just a nitpick, whatever.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
But she also says that she.
I still like the scene because the interactions between the characters, and I include the Han stuff, is great. Just the interact, yeah.
Mhm.
Just
Here's
really
and
good.
and here's my other problem, which is the bigger problem I have with Return of the Jedi. Period. The tone shifting around is way too sudden. It tries to go from being lighthearted and fun to super serious real quick, or it goes from being lighthearted and fun to super freaking dark. You know, when literally there's a scene where there's death and destruction, a father fighting his son, and then next scene Chewbacca is doing a fucking Tarzan roar. I'm sorry, that does not work. However, this movie is about to get awesome, and it's about to get really awesome.
The throne room, the second throne
As
room.
soon as we get past this next couple of scenes.
Well, we have to get you through the next couple scenes. Fun fact number 10 from Jonathan Peck. The second Death Star was approximately 460% larger than the first one.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the first Death Star was only about 1,000 miles or so across, and the second Death Star was approximately 1,500 miles across.
Can I be John Williams fanboy for a second? The music in this scene is also great.
Mhm.
Fine.
Oh shit, yeah.
And you know
Like,
how
I love the okay, Empire Strikes Back is the best of the Star Wars soundtracks. However, I think Jedi is the one I put on more when I'm writing, and when I'm like, I don't know why.
Well, there's just a tad bit more variety in the Jedi Survivors because he's pulling from more pieces to put the Jedi
Uh-huh.
theme together.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just love Jedi's soundtrack, and I don't think it gets as much credit as it does. And now here, this bit with Harrison Ford is fantastic. Because he knows Luke is pretty much superior than him in a lot of ways, like being a Jedi, all this, and now he thinks even Leia likes him more.
which gets awkward, but I mean it's all.
But he doesn't know.
Yeah.
We also have Stat Hack number 6. It has nothing to do with Star Wars, of course.
Of course.
May 25th, 1983. Kirk Gibson and Jorge Orta hit inside the park home runs. I'm assuming that's baseball.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's the same day that Jedi opened, so kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And was it Peck that said the thing about the size of the Death Star in this movie?
Yes.
Me and Matt actually know that for a fact because if you watched Family Game Night, Matt had to go all the way through that Death Star in Return of the Jedi. And I think in that game they actually make you drive through 460 feet full
Having
of nothing.
PTSD, alright? Stop.
That was the most
I
tedious
have
thing
to
I've ever
miss
seen.
sometimes.
Ugh, most tedious thing I ever saw.
And here we have a scene that Ryan and I did once more with Feeling on for Nights of the
This is such a
Podcast.
great
And
scene, but it does bring up a problem. Why didn't they use AT-ATs in the Battle of Endor?
There's the AT-ATs. Well, that's Aaron Turner.
because we wanted to save that awesome, AT-AT in a jungle scene for Rogue One.
Alright, fair enough.
And yes, Ryan did a Scottish accent, and I did Luke in a Southern accent. It was hilarious.
He was armed only with this.
I do indeed see what you did there, Frank Janish. Scourge77 says, I think the thumbnail for this video should just be Alia in her Ewok mask. Funny fact, the thumbnail of this watch along has been a huge thing of debate on Take 3.
Not really, actually.
Yes, these assholes didn't want Jabba on the thumbnail. They didn't. They didn't. They're assholes, and I'm leaving Take 3 because of it. But that's true.
Oh,
Finally.
get real up in here.
Secondly,
Alright,
Wait, what the heck
No.
happened?
Now, hold on.
Poor Kristen.
Just before we get into this, this is the only time you see Luke's actual hilt that he built. That's an insert shot.
It's also the only time in the entire saga that, the only time in the entire trilogy where Vader holds it something other than a red lightsaber.
Yep.
I just was about to make a really inappropriate joke, but I didn't know what the level
Do
of that.
Oh,
is
do it.
allowed
Do it.
in the
Nope,
episode.
do it.
Just do it.
we've crossed
Trust me,
lines.
you trust me. There is
It
just
won't
do
be
it.
half as bad as the shit that comes out of my mouth, Aaliyah. So
Okay.
you go for
I
it.
should have just established that earlier on so that I would know if I could make inappropriate jokes. But now I
You
know.
can make anything you want.
You'll be forced to kill me.
This is the yeah. I have issues with the dialogue.
What?
I have issues with some of the dialogue in this one, but it's not terrible, but
I
it's
understand that, but I don't get what's the problem in this scene with the dialogue.
Yeah.
there's nothing in this scene. It's just
Oh,
the
okay.
constant
because
use
I was
of
like, what?
this, okay. I have issues with the constant use of father and son. Like it's just I don't know. It just I have
in your
issues with
face?
it. Yeah, it's just like throws it in your face too often. But yeah.
So what you're saying is they
okay.
should have just hugged it out.
Time
instead of
out.
talking
Then
about it.
what
No, it just
would
should have been.
you-
It should have
what would
stayed
you use
Luke.
to
It
replace
should have been
it?
Luke. Should have been Luke and Vader. It should have just stayed as Luke and Vader.
Hey, alternate world. Jacob sitting on here going, they use Luke and Vader way too much in the dialogue. They could at least once in a while say father and son. Just, I mean, God.
They
In
just
an
really want to
alternate
make sure you know,
non-grumpy-
just in case you didn't see the last one, you know?
Or
Just
no,
went
no,
straight to this
Jacob,
one.
it actually goes back to your point about the psychologist. They need to keep drilling into kids' heads that they are father and son. that Vader was not lying.
Sorry, the trill on that score was cool. That's so cool. I'm just like watching Aaliyah pull that mask down. Like, ugh.
It's a little warm. I'm gonna be honest. It's still like in the 90s here, so.
I mean,
it's
I
getting-
guess
it's
you
getting
don't
into summer
have
here.
to wear it.
Oh no, I'm gonna wear it. I'm committed.
Also, interesting point about this movie is this is the first Star Wars film where we never see Han Solo pilot the Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah, you're right. I keep I for a second thought Force Awakens came out before this. I don't know why.
That would have been interesting. A lot of spoilers, but you know.
A little bit. Yeah. This is a prequel. Wasn't Kenny Baker at least one of the Ewoks?
Yeah, I forget which one he was, but
Rather rash.
I will say the blinking Ewok thing never bothers me.
so my own fun facts. So when they were shooting in the forest, there had to be 2 crew members with Peter Mayhew at all times wearing like orange vests. That way hunters wouldn't try to shoot Peter Mayhew thinking that he was Bigfoot.
That's actually pretty interesting. Smart. This little guy steals the movie for as much as he can. Oh, Avis, where I am, I'm actually at the place where I was doing the charity watch-along. Not charity watch-along. The charity.
That's what you're doing now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, guys. I don't know where I am every second of every day. But this is where I was for the charity thing I did all yesterday for Mario Mania with Some Call Me Johnny. We raised over $12,500, and it was exhausting, but it was fun.
Yeah, come on, guys. Show up this guy and let's raise over $1,300 on this stream.
It'd be awesome.
Well,
Also,
his
Captain Rex.
The other stream had like a couple thousand people watching it when I was watching it, and we have like 21 at our peak today. So I think there's a little bit of difference.
Also,
Which is
Captain
still
Rex-
amazing.
It was.
Which is
Rex
still
was there
amazing.
Oh no,
That's great.
that's
Yeah.
great. That's awesome. Like,
But yeah, exactly. And that it was a
But
great
you
stream.
know
And
that I'm wearing an Ewok hat because I think then they would watch. So
Yeah, we really need
spread
to
the word.
everyone tweet that out.
it's true. Jonathan Peck, fun fact number 11. It was the first Star Wars movie to film large sections in the United States.
That is
That's
true
true.
because all the indoor stuff was shot in the Redwoods Forest of California, and the Sarlacc pit battle was filmed outside of Yuma, Arizona.
Heyo.
Yippers.
I thought that was shot in was it Indonesia where the desert stuff was shot in A New Hope? Was
No.
that where it was
No.
from?
And you're
was-
thinking of Tunisia.
Tunisia. Oh god.
No,
Kristen,
that-
fun
that's-
fact.
That's where they shot episodes 1, 2, 4, and yeah. That's where they shot.
Kristen, fun fact.
Kristen, fun fact is I just heard that they are considering shooting part of the next episode in Michigan. So,
Oh, awesome.
Freya confirmed as Snoke.
yep, Freya is Snoke.
Wait, did you hear that from a reliable source, or was it just one of those Facebook posts where it's like they're gonna be filming Star Wars inside of, and then it like posts and pastes in whatever your town is? Because I know a lot of people were fooled by those a while ago. Because there was one for my town, and I was like, they're not doing that.
It was on a news site that they were considering it, but we have a lot of movies filmed in Michigan because we have tax breaks still.
Mm.
Although not really,
Much like your father.
Frank,
but it's still cheap to film in Michigan.
Frank Janis says Snoke is from Antarctica.
Soon I'll be dead. You with me?
I'm not just gonna be watching Freya instead of the movie.
That's
Freya
fine.
right there? Freya there? Oh, she's staring.
Sure, we're quite safe from your friends.
Is there going to be another screenshot of Freya looking disapproving?
You're not doing anything that she would have to be disapproving of.
So mushy.
Oh, that's. I don't remember how to take a screenshot.
Jacob needs to get a person who sounds like James Earl Jones to redub Vader's lines. To be like, "It's pointless to resist, Luke."
Okay, so the chat went a little crazy. Snoke is from Ann Arbor.
Oh God.
Ann Arbor, Clark. That's from Frank.
What did I
Malcolm
say?
says,
Oh.
I don't know. He
said
yelled at you,
Antarctica,
Ann
I
Arbor.
think.
Oh, I said Antarctica.
Well, and then he said, Ann Arbor, Clark. Yeah. Malcolm says, I'm confirmed as Snoke, but then actually I'm confirmed as Rey's mother. And then Abe says, is Snoke Snoke Santa Claus?
Apparently,
Yeah,
Indiana is getting 2 scenes. Does that mean Indiana Jones?
I don't know. But then Abe tells you how to do a screenshot on a Mac.
Oh,
Control or CMD plus Shift plus 4.
I can't believe I had to ask that. I forgot.
Here's Freya chewing on a bone. It's a deer antler, in case you wanted to know.
She's eating a deer?
Ben Burt, sound designer for the Star Wars films.
You bitch.
And now we come to what is, in my opinion, still the best space battle in all of Star Wars.
And it's got the coolest soundtrack. So good. It's so good.
Well, I mean, when it comes to, again, like I said, my favorite starship battle is the Battle of Hoth, but if we are going strictly space, then the trench run has so much emotion for Luke and Vader and that stuff, but when it comes to just pure action, yeah, Attack on the Second Death Star is the best.
Pull up. All craft, pull up.
Like, just the shot of all the TIE fighters pouring over the Falcon.
No, don't eat that.
Hey!
Robert Parker's back.
Oh, this shot. So good.
One of those guys is probably Radis.
Yourself. From here, you will witness the final destruction of the Alliance.
Insignificant rebellion.
Don't you? Jedi weapons. To your anger. It's a moment to make yourself my servant. No. It's unavoidable. It is your destiny. You, like your father, are now mine.
Rex.
Yes.
I like that they announced that was him.
Same.
I thought that was cool.
It makes watching Rebels a lot easier for me because I know he'll make it out.
Robert Parker, can you guys give a quick shout out to my roommate Michael? No, we cannot.
Hi, Michael.
Michael.
Michael!
I'm just joking.
Michael.
Michael.
All right, shout out to him.
Hey,
Michael!
hey, Mike, can you do me a favor? This time when Jane tells you to kiss her, you kiss her.
Man, that just got real personal, real fast.
Pablo Hidalgo did confirm that was Rex, right? I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that was,
cool.
it was
Actually, it was Dave who confirmed that, but yes.
Yeah, but it was still confirmed.
I mean, I'm sure he talked to Pablo about it.
I feel like they should have confirmed that after Rebels Season 5 ended, just so that you didn't know. But it is what it is.
Whatever.
But maybe they made a clone of Rex and he still dies.
Go, murder bears, go!
Tiny
Die, murder
adorable
bears,
murder
die.
bears.
How dare you?
Yes, how dare you?
Yeah, I take that personally. You want me to die? That's rude.
No.
How dare you?
Who do you think you are?
Stop motion right there with the what are the non-at things called?
BTSTs.
It's not-
ATS.
All-terrain scout transport.
Fun fact, we call our student workers in the tech department at the library ATSTs because we thought it was funny and cute, and it stands for AIS, which is our department, tech, and then student. We thought it was hilarious.
Or they could just be standardized tests for ATATs.
The ACTs, yeah.
So if an at has an email address, would it be at?
What the hell?
I don't know why I said
God,
that.
Clark.
One of these guys is Finn.
Nope. Nope.
Finn's not a clone? No, he's not a clone. I forget his backstory. We'll get to that soon. I don't watch the next movie that often. I think I've seen it twice.
Phenomenal.
Bum, bum, banana, banana.
Ba-da-ba.
The cast and crew must have thought that they were working on two separate movies when they were filming this movie.
What stuff? Wedge? 3 from above. 3 red, 2 pull in. Got it. Aw. 20 degrees. Cut the left. I'll take the
Yeah,
right.
wedge.
Yeah, buddy. Good shot by the gunner. I wonder what they are waiting for, Lando. Yeah.
Abe needs a check
check?
of the time. A time
All
check.
right, we are going to be at 1 hour and 42 seconds in about 20 seconds. I'll give you the 5 count. 10 seconds.
Fire.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 hour and 42 minutes.
Brings up original.
Yeah, but she's been wearing that Ewok hat for a long time. That must have been one
And it
long
is
dinner.
wonderful.
Give him more time.
And Evan says SAT in all capital letters. Yep, you're dealing with that stuff right now, bro, man.
I don't know if we've got any Seahawk fans, but fuck.
Is that where you were?
The Redskins just beat the Seahawks.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
My team doesn't play for another hour. Robert
No,
Parker
yours is
is
tomorrow.
sitting in the
Your-
chat.
Your team's tomorrow.
No,
Isn't it?
tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? Damn, I thought it was
I'm pretty
today.
sure it's tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow.
That's how much
Tomorrow
I
for
follow
who?
football. Nope, it's tomorrow. Robert Parker is still sitting in the chat pretending like his team's going to win, though.
Ah.
Robert Parker, the Lions won't lose tomorrow. We'll have to win at least a few games this year.
Right?
Well, we had
No.
a really good team until they all got injured.
Oh, you mean like the Packers?
Can we just get a moment of silence?
Yes.
Now, I'll reiterate my point about tone here in a second because, again, right now, it's in that moment of, oh, fuck, everything's going wrong.
Yeah.
Aw. Goodbye, Gray Leader.
I'm hit. It's beautiful.
Will not survive. There is no escape. My young apprentice. Let's die. It's with your
I've got without. Everyone else has with. So, if, Abe, if you're watching without, I can give you the correct time code.
Strike me down with it.
hatred. Journey towards the dark side will be complete.
The enunciation on that is just out of this world.
So it's so perfect.
It is. Yeah. The dark side will be complete.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had my lightsaber.
I think mine's in the other room. It seems pretty far away.
Yeah, same. Way too far away.
Terrence, can you somehow teleport yours to me real quick, please?
Yeah, force.
Well,
power
I'll
it.
force-
Mine right now is floating in space, so I can bring it out for the next one. Oh wait, hold on. What am I talking about? I'll be right back.
Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't.
It's
God
too late.
damn it. God damn it.
It's too late. It's too late.
I love how that other co-pilot sounded like a little kid getting beat up.
What was I talking about? I forgot about this little puppy I had. Should have had this the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Matt.
What the hell?
This is my old FX lightsaber that broke, so I snapped off the remaining part to just have a cool prop. I will hold on to this for the rest of the. Actually, Abe, some really cool, just like put the green blade here. That'd be great.
Abe, if you put the green blade there, can you make his background something super embarrassing? Thank you.
No,
Like-
don't do that.
Hey
Yes,
guys,
please.
if we get to over $500, there's more embarrassing photos that are going to come up. There is one coming up very, very shortly because we just got to $400, but there are going to be more embarrassing photos if we get to $500.
Embarrassing photos of what?
Abe is doing photoshopping embarrassing meme photos. Porg photos with people from Take 3. Chris has had one. I've got one going up soon.
Who will be next?
This
Watch
music
Family
is
Game Night.
fantastic.
It's a very good
And my
joke
high
that
school,
you
actually, when I was a senior, my high school orchestra did like a whole bunch of Star Wars like themes for the like concert, and I had to make a video with the music I recorded that they did to this. So, and this was one they did, so I know this theme very, very well.
Nope.
Also,
Poor
I'm getting a little bit
Leia.
too fancy right there, but that's besides the point.
Hey, you know what? It's okay. They're together now.
And let's be real, they would, you know.
I know. Yay! The reversal of roles is my favorite. Also, I like that his hand came away and there's blood on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's blood in the Star Wars universe,
right.
everyone.
Huh.
If we get to
Some
500,
Jacob tried to tell us there wasn't.
Huh?
In the last movie.
Yeah, that's right, Jacob.
I was say, yeah, Aaliyah. How do you like that one? How do you like?
Oh,
that?
I like it. I like it a lot. Big fan.
So,
Malcolm asks, "Can we vote who is next? I want a Chris Clark as Jabba meme."
I think that
I
would
like
work
that
well.
idea.
I think that would work very well.
Who would be Slave Leia?
A porg would be Slave Leia.
yes, a poor.
There's an opportunity here with this joke. Why were we passing it up?
Are you trying to make Evan Slave Leia?
No,
No, poor.
I want to bring back an oldie but a goodie. Just one last time. One last time.
What?
What?
Porg.
Manning.
No. Okay,
No,
let's
but
do
Chris
porg
Clark.
so we don't insult any of our crew.
Yeah, but I thought
Why
we said.
would we make Manning Slave Leia to Chris Clark's
Oh,
Jabba?
no, I thought you said put Jacob as.
No.
Sorry, I had a moment
Get
there.
I already
Ears
had mine.
checked.
I already had mine.
That's right. Yeah, you did. It's awesome.
It's up on the, and it is now up on the Take 3 Productions Facebook group. So go check it out now.
So
It's luscious. It's luscious. It's
definitely
zesty.
the best choreographed fight of the original trilogy by far.
It's
Oh,
accurate.
It's
Easy.
a very firm photo. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Fun fact number 12. The line, "It's a trap," was incredibly not in the screenplay. The line was scripted as, "It's a trick," which was later changed post-filming after a test screening.
Wow. Okay. That's cool.
Your
It's a trick. Still
Yeah.
could have. Yeah. I actually, if you look at the lip
Now-
movements, yeah.
Now we all know the real reason that Vader threw his lightsaber up there is because he saw that Luke had the high ground. He's like, "No, I'm not fucking falling for this again. Just toss it."
I'll just take your high ground away from you.
Look at the angle. Oh, that's
Oof.
that shot through the staircase is awesome.
Good shot, Red 2. Come on, Han, old buddy.
The fact that you're not moving your mic away from your mouth just makes me believe you a lot.
Hmm.
I use this GIF so many times.
Yes,
just
you do.
in the world.
You do, but that's okay.
It's a good GIF. Works
very
for
good
a
GIF.
lot of occasions. Also, just as a filmmaker, like fan, and someone who has studied lighting, this scene is a great example of how to use lighting to tell a story. Coming up with Luke,
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
That half of his face is in the light and the other half is in the dark because that's where his character is at this point.
It's a great visual
Yep.
storytelling with lighting. And Matt, you using that GIF over and over again makes you reuse your jokes, which makes you not funny.
Which is why you're not funnier than Evan.
But at least I don't steal jokes from other comedians like Jacob.
Well, good.
And yet Jacob is still funnier, apparently.
He's also an avatar right now, finally.
Well, also, can we talk about his avatar
It's great.
and
It's
how
fantastic.
he looks like I'm in the middle of introducing this video,
It's better than what he had for the past 8 years.
which is nothing. Hi, guys. Welcome to Take 3. It's Jacob London.
Great.
Now, this is one of my single favorite moments of music, of film, of celluloid, of anything.
Same.
Right
Yes.
here.
Yep.
Yeah. This is really good. For all the parts of this movie that I don't enjoy, there are some parts of it that are just so good. And the music is awesome in the scene.
Yep. Again, that's why I said just the Empire soundtrack is. God, listening to this movie again, Jedi might actually be my favorite Star Wars soundtrack. When I come to think about it, no, that's unpopular. And now we're coming up to we're coming up to my favorite Luke Skywalker moment ever. And probably my favorite Star Wars moment. Place at my side.
This is where Luke discovered electricity.
That's one way of putting it.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he probably had known about it before this.
Just right here.
Never. I'll never turn to the dark side.
You tell him, Luke.
Yep. Just right there. Just my favorite Star Wars moment. The ultimate defiance of Luke of no, I'm not turning to the dark side, no matter how much you try to push me.
And then
I'm
you
a
yell,
Jedi
suck
like
it,
my father.
Emperor, and then runs off. That's what happens.
Too much attack on the Death Star.
If you will not be turned, you will be destroyed. Young fool.
Only
Only
now,
now
at the end, do you
to
understand? Oh. Gives a no match power the dark side. And the great thing I love about this is a lot of people who are novice to force powers. This is not the extent of the Emperor's powers. He's just tormenting Luke. He could snap his neck, stop his heart, but he's just going to torture him and he's going to kill him slowly.
So I just realized that Winifred Sanders also has the Force. Anybody?
Winifred Sanders?
Yeah, she uses the exact same lightning effect. She goes like this, and lightning shoots out of her hand, and it's exactly like that. So I'm pretty sure that she also is a Jedi.
I
Or-
put a spell on you.
And best part of having the DVD, I don't have to hear the fucking no.
This is like ripping off a Band-Aid. Can it just happen already?
Yeah.
No.
I love that it's still
Here
there's
we
still a
go.
build up. Oh.
God.
No.
All right, time for me to bitch. I love you, George, but you freaking had a perfect thing, which is you have a character that is wearing a mask. So you can't tell what he's thinking by looking at his face. So you can't tell that he's thinking, I'm going to save my son. So it's a great moment when he picks up the Emperor and flings him off, and you added no for whatever reason. I don't know why, man. God.
Listen, George Lucas makes some bad decisions. We just have to accept it.
Can we not? Is that an option?
I mean,
No.
I accepted. I'm watching this. It's just, God. All right. My rant is done. Let's move on with this movie. We also get in this scene, Lando breaks his promise to Han.
And it's addressed in Force Awakens.
Oh, yeah, because the radar dish is changed. I just want to see that exchange between them of like, so no scratch on her. Yeah, no. Where's the radar dish?
Well, you see,
I don't know.
it fell off before you handed it over to us.
Did it have a radar dish?
Yeah, no, it came like that. I don't know what you're talking about. There was never one.
I don't think, Han, I think you're imagining a radar dish. Han, did you have this insured? Han just went to a junk planet and had to get a replacement one.
Abe will be at 150. So for those who are watching it without the Fox version, we'll be at 159 in 15 seconds.
Sir.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 hour and 59 minutes.
So that A-Wing pilot is actually a woman with a man's voice redubbing her.
Huh.
For whatever reason.
Women can't fly planes.
It's a known fact.
Yeah, I mean, look at what happened with Amelia Earhart.
Oh.
Poor Amelia Earhart. Oof.
Can we just... I haven't been looking on the Google Hangouts yet. I can't believe Aaliyah is still wearing the Ewok hat.
Yep.
This is the commitment that I bring to quality productions such as yours.
And Kristen, where's your Ewok? I assumed he would have just been sitting...
He's been here the whole time.
I'm surprised Freya hasn't tried to eat him yet.
She's been trying. That's why I had to put him down. But he's been right here.
Right beside you the whole time.
Yeah, he's been
He's
in my
the
spirit.
replacement of John from the other watch-alongs.
Yeah, so he should be on this side.
Yeah, I was going to
And-
say. Yeah.
Completely trashed. John could not remember the last 30 minutes of the watch along.
I will give this movie a huge rap. I will give the special edition and George Lucas a huge credibility. They did not replace him with Hayden Christensen.
Yes.
At this point, could you imagine if they actually did?
Oh, God. But the other thing is they also, one of the other changes that makes sense is they got rid of his eyebrows because, he doesn't have eyebrows. They were burnt
Yeah, they all
off.
got burnt off.
They got burned off.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing, Kristen?
With me.
What?
What are you doing?
I get to save you.
Holding my Ewok to my face and saying, oh my gosh. Chris Clark's screen. Did you guys see it?
No,
No.
I'm afraid.
He's got 8 monitors and he's watching the Jabba scene again and the scene that we're on.
I'm watching Jabba actually lick Princess Leia right now while I'm watching Vader's death scene.
Also, the music here is amazing.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was distracted by Chris Clark.
Yeah, Kristen, I'm doing your job.
I tried.
Naughty
I've been
Chris
doing
Clark.
really well.
Also, another costume thing. I love the fact that even with Luke's black costume underneath, there was white.
Shit.
Just a cool little thing.
Shut up! I wasn't crying.
It makes sense, Kristen, because you always take my job of having to read the chat on Family Game Night, so I would take over
True.
for the John Williams.
Hey, you had one time that you took it from me.
That's true. That's true. Oh, I'm having the PTSD of Super Return of the Jedi now. Oh, God.
All right. Was anyone else? Is this a little too easy for anyone else? Like destroying this Death Star? Is this a little too easy?
No,
No.
dude, it's not finished. So
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not
able to fly right into it. Makes perfect sense.
Fair enough.
It would actually be stranger if it was harder than the completed Death Star. That is the ultimate expression of happiness. Oh, this movie is amazing.
Just the freak out of, oh shit, was Luke off that thing?
Well, no, there's no freak out because Leia senses that he got off.
I just realized.
Well,
Han, on the other end, is like
Hannah
that.
is nervous.
You gotta give Han credit here.
This Rancor scene's awesome.
Oh, be quiet, Clark. We're talking about how good of an actor Harrison Ford is. Aww.
He's my brother. And then Han is like, oh,
You guys made
remember
out
that
in
one
front of
time
me.
that you guys kissed?
Harrison Ford is like, Han's just like, how long have you known? That's the scene that gets cut. Is
Sorry, yeah, Josh. Sorry, I did see your message. It just happened at a bad moment. Thank you so much for being here this weekend. It was awesome, mate. You have been a great contributor for all of this, so thank you very much. Thank you, and yeah,
okay.
thank you for sticking around all weekend.
We get one of the greatest endings to a movie ever. Is from this moment to the very end.
All right. People complain about Yub Nub being
I
replaced. I prefer
like
That
the
is great.
I like
I
the
will
new
fight
music.
anyone that says otherwise.
I like the new music. I like both, but I like the newer track.
Yeah, I prefer the newer track.
Actually, I just realized if you're watching the despecialized edition, you're gonna end the movie before us because you don't
Yep.
have any of these shots.
Yep.
Yeah.
With Jar Jar. Jar Jar.
And
Which just I like this ending better because it shows the entire galaxy celebrating the end of the Empire.
We
Yeah.
saw free. We are in
I
the
love-
movie.
I love the
This is the
addition
first time you
here.
see Coruscant, and you see
Yeah.
the Emperor statue being toppled.
Yeah.
I never understood why they showed Tatooine when it's in the Outer Rim.
Because it was ruled by the Empire.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's.
No, it wasn't. Outer Rim was controlled by the Hutts and stuff. That was out of their jurisdiction. That was the whole reason Clone Wars existed.
This is my favorite. Oh no, it's not. Don't worry.
This is my favorite movie ending of all time. Is this scene right here?
Yeah, no, I prefer Empires. This is better than Empires. Oh
Yeah.
God, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry. This is my favorite ending to a movie, and that's stuff like Dead Poet Society and Good Will Hunting. All this is it. This is just perfect. Even with Force Awakens. Also, right there,
Yeah,
people.
it's kind of a
Luke,
little undercut.
Luke
with
went
Force
back
Awakens.
to get the lightsaber. He went back to get it. See it on his belt. See, that's a great friendship that, you know, Wedge and Luke are really close.
I like the Ewoks dancing. It's the best.
Not
I just
even bothered.
like cover one of them up and I'm happy.
Even bothered. Not even bothered.
Okay, it's
I'm
great.
hugely bothered because it makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway.
He's gonna be like, who the heck is that third guy?
That's weird.
Obi-Wan, did you bring a friend to the party?
I love that shot.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Luke's just like, hey, Obi-Wan, who's the friend that you brought to the party? Oh, that's your dad. Now, my dad looked to be about like 30 years older than that.
Yeah, he was like all birds and stardom. I don't think that's him.
Do you like him?
I looked a little bit more Sebastian Shawnee than Hayden Christensen.
Well, guys, that was Return of the Jedi. We have done the original trilogy. That, for the longest time, was Star Wars.
Yes.
And then in 2012, we found out we were getting more. And in 2015, we got the last movie of our franchise, The Force Awakens. So, before we get there, Chris, how was the Jabba the Hutt movie?
It was fantastic. Look, guys, this movie is a masterpiece. The first 40 minutes are all jaw-dropping Jabba goodness, and then the last part is very, very controversial to some people. I actually, as a kid, fun fact, I didn't tell you guys this story. As a kid, I would stop the movie after Jabba died and would just rewatch it. I didn't watch the entire movie a lot as a kid. I still don't. In fact, during this last part, as you guys saw, I'm actually on Jabba's death scene right now. This is really cool. Yeah, and I'm probably going to rewatch it again before The Force Awakens in the middle of the break. But yeah, this is fantastic. This movie is fantastic. It's jaw-dropping. It's the greatest movie in the saga just because of the first 40 minutes. Bite me. But yeah, this is fantastic, fun, lots of Jabba alerts, and yeah, ho, 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 the slave is coming and it's going to kill. It's great. I don't know what I said.
What?
Kristen, what are your thoughts on the final film of the original trilogy?
It's a film that like wavers for me because there's some parts of it that are just not good, but then there are some parts of it that are just so good, and so it's like one of those movies that I'm just like, I know it's not good, but I love it so much. And yeah, I just wanted to say right now we're at our donations are at 420.
Woo!
Hey!
Oh,
420.
Kristen.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Kristen.
Chris Devon, what are your thoughts?
I love it. I love this movie. Yeah, sure. Again, as I've said, I'll say it again. I have some issues with the pacing, with the tone shifts in the movie. I have a couple issues with a couple scenes of dialogue, but it's Return of the Jedi, motherfuckers. This is still a fantastic film. And like I said, when I was a kid, it was my favorite because it still has my all-time favorite space battle and two of my all-time favorite moments in film history. It's Jedi. It leaves you in such a great mood. And that's why I love it so much.
All right, Aaliyah, thank you so much for joining us. What were your thoughts on the movie?
Well, like I said before, it was my favorite when I was a kid. And you know what? I'm gonna go out there and say it. I think it's still my favorite because maybe big part of that is nostalgia, but I think it will always be like my favorite in my heart. Also, I have a newfound respect for the Ewoks because this was really hot, and I'm glad that I got taken off now. But those little guys must be just burning up all the time. So good on them.
We need to
And thanks
do
for
an
having me,
Ewok
guys.
watch along now.
Oh, I'm in.
And Matt, what were your thoughts on this one?
I think Return of the Jedi, more so than even the prequels, is the ultimate examples of a movie that I do have slight problems with, but the overall product is so good that those problems don't ruin the movie for me. Yeah, sure, Return of the Jedi have some problems. Yeah, sure. But the overall experience of watching it is just, it's emotional. I got it right here. I get teary-eyed when I get to Vader's death. And the ending, like I said, I know Force Awakens kind of ruins it. It is still, to me, the greatest ending to a movie of all time. So yeah, this is a movie that I just love. And I've loved it since I was a kid. And lightsabers.
Yeah. Yeah, like, look, to me, this is the weakest of the original trilogy, but it is still awesome and a lot of fun, and I still really love it, and I really enjoy it, and let's get ready for one of my favorites. I absolutely adore the next movie that we're about to watch. I know that there are a lot of issues with it, but we will be talking about the next one. In the chat, guys, there is our link for the next video. Just press that link and you will be taken into the waiting room for our next video. We will be starting at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's a 2-hour movie, so we should be done by about 10:30, and so hopefully we can actually be done by then and we'll be all good. But I just want to thank everyone on my panel. I want to thank everyone who joined us today. This was a really well-watched watch-along as well, so thank you so much, guys. And thank you to everyone who has donated. We're at $420 already. Yes, everyone have your little giggles.
Kristen.
If we get to $500, there are going to be more embarrassing photos and more funny memes that come out. Thank you to our editor, Abe. Guys, I'm going to call it there. We'll see you over at Force Awakens in roughly 20 minutes. For everyone here at Take 3, I'm Jacob London. Take care.